Extreme Rules Rant. Hey everybody, this is Extreme Rules Rant 2015, and I just want to say this. Are we really sure that Tough Enough needs to be what they do for our competition? Should we not do, can your script make sense enough? Or can we do a storyboard that holds credit enough? Or anything that's lackluster enough? I mean, spoiler alert if you didn't watch it, but the Rusev match and John Cena match was a clear indication of what happens when they're ready to call the match over. When any two parties hit each other, the lights would reset. However, near the end, they did not reset. Are you serious? And let's see, we're going to have Kane act like a bad guy. No, wait, he's going to act like a good guy. No, wait, no, Kane's going to get no. Then no, and then Seth Rollins leaves the ring. Guys, come on. You want to talk about wrestlers and people? How about storyboard? That's what you need. Because honestly, if I'm going to be a wrestler of WWE, I don't think I feel safe enough or confident enough in the lackluster of the storyline. Y'all got too many people on your roster and not one of them has a definitive storyline. When people can clap the words, "New Day sucks," that tells me that your product and how you push people out is very crappy. You know, it used to be where titles meant something, where the matches meant something, that the lackluster and the curiosity of pay-per-views used to mean something. Now you justify it by saying, new subscribers, WWE, get it for free. And then everybody else that paid for this month feels like they got that. Now, I want to tell you something. I call it a rant because it's a rant, and that's exactly what it is. And if you want to sugarcoat it and everything else, go on to another video. But nobody calls anything a rant and talk softly. Because unless you spent money on this, which I didn't, I just want to say that it's very aggravating that this is what we got to look forward to. See, it's no clue or no obvious that Seth Rollins is going to keep, anybody who gets a title is going to keep their first match. Their reign is to prove that they can keep it. The only thing y'all proved is that Seth Rollins is a weasel, when really and truthfully, he's a darn good athlete and he doesn't need help from other superstars, but y'all have him playing as a coward. You don't believe me? Look up his NXT stuff and how he wrestled. He didn't need help. Now, for the simple fact of Kane, Kane's in between. Kane, they don't know if they want to make him a bad guy or a good guy. The only reason this was even done was so you would actually order the pay-per-view and watch it. That being said, that's clearly the ending of a cluster mess, when they didn't know whether they wanted Kane to be good or Kane to be evil. That makes no sense. And it pretty much says just how important you are when you can step in the match and you make no difference. With that being said, I do want to say this. The New Day match with Tyson Kidd and all them was just that. I thought it was pretty much predictable. I knew that New Day was going to win because they're wanting the lucha. That's who they're going to rival with. But before we see them rival, we already have a guaranteed pay-per-view for Payback. So already we know that Payback is going to be redished out of what Extreme Rules was. So, would I buy this pay-per-view again? No. And would I pay to see Payback if I'm going to be rehashing Extreme Rules? No. The Dean Ambrose match and the Luke Harper was so unorganized that they're like, oh, it's a street fight. They're going in the car. They're going to get a salad. They're coming back. It's such an awesome match. No, what it was is they didn't have a storyline. They didn't have an idea of what they wanted to do. And instead of making it a long, drawn, boring match, they said, you know what? We'll have them fight in the back, and the only way we can end it is they'll come back and they'll do the finishers. To me, anybody who got the pay-per-view expecting Dean Ambrose and Luke Harper match to steal the show got messed over big time. And then we got Mr. Yes to Injuries because he went to WrestleMania and wrestled yet again against the doctor's approval. Now we got a particularly Daniel Bryan, that's who I'm talking about, or also known as Bryan Danielson is his real name, who is a great wrestler, but it's another wrestler being forced to wrestle when they should have stayed at home. Now Aaron Neville is going to end up picking the slack of where Daniel Bryan is going to leave because Aaron Neville is a good wrestler. But this is what I have to say. I have to say that if knowing going into NXT or going into Tough Enough, you're going to have to realize that your fate lies with script people. And they got to be able to see what you're like. And it's either going to make it or break it. And I can tell you right now, there's very few big people that they've made successful besides Yokozuna, Bam Bam Bigelow, and all that. Now, given said, I did do a promo or a thing of a Tough Enough. Had I known that the Tough Enough video was supposed to be shot like a promo, I would have done that. But that was not explained until the next one when they finally started saying, if you got what it takes in Persona, you got to get your characters. Some were lousy. Whatever, Jerry Lawler, you're lousy. Here's my thing. The pay-per-view tonight was god-awful. And for anybody saying, oh, I think this match was awesome, I think this pay-per-view was right where it needed to be, then you're full of crap. Because honestly, this pay-per-view stunk. I knew that Rusev wasn't going to lose this match. And spoiler alert, guys, they're not going to have Rusev win the I Quit match. Every match that Cena has fought with the I Quit match, he's won. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. This Extreme Rules was anything but extreme. I mean, how many times did Roman Reigns have to pull out the table? I was like, this isn't even a tables, ladders, and chairs match, and they're doing this. This is stupid. And it was like they couldn't come to a conclusion on how to end a match. And that was exactly what happened with the Roman Reigns and Big Show. Yeah, Roman Reigns won, but who cared? By that point, I wanted the match over with. This match was crap, and so was this pay-per-view. The other thing that I had that was really good is the Aaron Neville and Wade Barrett was probably one of the best matches. Now, I didn't get to see the Dolph Ziggler and Sheamus Kiss My Ass match, which honestly shows how much lackluster, because I was supposed to believe that Sheamus is so tough, fella, he needs a grown man to kiss his ass. That's not tough, dude. That's damn near homophobic. You know, here's the thing. These kids are impressionable, and these kids watch this, and they watch it to be entertained. And if I have to worry about y'all, if y'all are going to bring that back, why not bring back bra and panties? I mean, if you're going to give the people what they want and give it and stray off, this is not becoming wrestling. And now I can see why you call it an entertainment business. Because when I see some of the stuff that's pulled in the ring, it's not wrestling. It's clearly entertainment. It's like you have your theater screen and then you have your smut films. And right now, wrestling, WWE superstar stuff is becoming a smut film. You know, here's my thing. You pay for the WWE Network only to get half of the quality. And why I say half the quality, because anytime you watch a live pay-per-view, the only thing you're watching is the buffering screen and the constant close screen. So let me tell you something. For $9.99, you get what you pay for. Crap.